Kia ora. This week's butchery tip, I'm going to show you how to stake out a thick flank and a topside from a venison back leg. We're going to start on the thick flank. I'm going to take this part here off, because you don't want to eat that because it's quite tough. That's what we call the cap. Now dice it up and chuck with our casserole. There's going to be a bit of skin on it, outer skin. That's going to be quite tough, so I'll just like to peel that off. Peel it off with your hand. And then I'm going to take off the kneecap, just whip it off. We've got a bit of silver skin here, so I'm not going to be too fussy. I'm just going to whip that off. With all the end cuts, you can just pretty much dice them up and add them to your pile of stewing. The thick flank here is good for barbecues and stir fries as well if you cut it up into thin slices. So I'll cut some up into just normal barbecue frying steaks, and then I'll show you how to do a bit of stir fry. You tend to go a little bit thinner, so just be a bit careful, be mindful of your fingers. Thick flank is commonly known as schnitzel. So when you see your local supermarket and you see Wiener Schnitzel or schnitzel in the old packets, you're basically looking at the old thick flank. So there you have our stir fry, and our schnitzel at the end there. The last but not least is our top side. What I'm going to do here is take off the cap, just like the thick flank. So you'll find a seam, slowly work away to the top, just doing little nicks, and it'll come off slowly but surely. The reason why the cap is so tough is it's got quite a bit of sinew in it. When sitting in the crock pot for a few hours, that sinew will actually turn to jelly, so it's quite nice and soft and melt in your mouth moment. What we're going to do, we're not going to go with the grain, as you can see the grain here. We're going to go across the grain like that. Okay, it makes for softer eating. So we'll just cut off these little bruise bits. Do a nice little, what we call a face cut. So nice thick pieces. You'll get pieces that'll come off every now and then, so chuck them in the pile. There's a use for every single piece. All these little off pieces can also be used for mincing, for patties, or just plain old venison mince. So there you have it, our thick flank and our top side all staked up, ready to be bagged up for the freezer. Next week we're going to be doing some mincing for meat patties and meatballs. Mā te wā.